The polynomial p of x is ax cubed minus 4x squared plus bx plus 18. It's given that p of x and p dash of x are both divisible by 2x minus 3. We want to show that a is 4 and find the value of b. So first of all, we know that p of x is divisible by 2x minus 3. So that tells me that p of 3 over 2 is going to be 0. So substituting in 3 over 2, if we cube it, we get 27 over 8. So we've got 27 over 8a. Take away 4 times 3 over 2 squared, which is 9 over 4, plus 3 over 2b plus 18. And we know that that's equal to 0. So 27 over 8a, take away 9, plus 3 over 2b plus 18 is equal to 0. So 27 over 8a plus 3 over 2b. So if I do 18 take away 9, that's 9, take it to the other side, so that's negative 9. And let's multiply through by 8 so that we don't have any fractions. And then we've got 27a. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, so that's going to give me 12 b's. And 8 nines, that's 72. So we'll call that equation 1 and underline it. So p dash, that means we need to differentiate. So p dashed of x is going to be 3ax squared, take away 8x plus b. And that's also divisible by 2x minus 3, so we want p dashed of 3 over 2. So that's going to be 3a times 9 over 4, take away 8 times 3 over 2, add b, and that's going to be equal to 0. So that means that 27a over 4, take away 8 divided by 2 is 4, so take away 12, add b is equal to 0. So 27a over 4 plus b is equal to 12, and again let's get rid of all the fractions. So multiply through by 4 and we get 27a, add 4b is equal to 48. And so we'll call that equation 2. So, well, equation 1 actually divides 3 by 3. That might be useful. So 1 divided by 3, I probably should have done that at the time. But, so what do we get if we divide that through by 3? We get 9a, add 4b is equal to negative 24. And then we've just got this one, which is 27a, add 4b is equal to 48. And we can now subtract there. So if we subtract, we get 18a, 27 take away 9. The b's will disappear. And then we've got 48, take away negative 24. So that's 48 plus 24, which is 72. And therefore a is going to be 72 divided by 18, which is 4 as required. I'll just make a point here. It says do not use a calculator in this question. They can't check that you haven't used a calculator, except for the fact that you should try to do as much working as possible. You can always check your answers with a calculator. And now that a is 4, let's substitute that back to this one, which I'll just call 3. So sub in 3. So we've got 9 times 4 plus 4b is equal to negative 24. So that's 36 add 4b equals negative 24. So 4b is going to be, so 24 and 36, that's going to be 60. It's going to be negative 60. And so b is going to be negative 15. So now, using the values of a and b from part 1, factorise p of x completely. Well, we found a was 4 and b was negative 15. So we have 4x cubed minus 4x squared minus 15x plus 18. We know that 2x minus 3 is a factor. We were actually given that. So we're going to need a quadratic factor, and to get 4x squared here, we're going to need a 2x squared there, and then that will give us the 4x cubed. And at the back end of the bracket, with a negative 3 here, we're going to need a negative 6. The negative 3 times negative 6 would give us a plus 18, and we don't know what goes in the middle. But we could look maybe at the coefficients of x squared. Now what will give us an x squared from here? So we'll get x squared there. So we know we've got negative 4x squared on this side. And so that would give me a negative 6x squared from there. And we'll get plus 2ax squared from there. So we're going to have 2ax squared is going to be equal to 2x squared, and that means that a is equal to 1. And so what we have is 2x minus 3, 2x squared plus x, take away 6, and then we'll see if we can factorize that at all. So what do we have? 2x squared plus x takes 6. So let's see what we can do with that. So 2x and x it would have to be, because 2 is a prime. And then we want to try and get a single x. So I've put 2 there and a 3 there. Make this one a plus and this one a minus. Pretty sure that does it. So that's equal to 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3, x plus 2, which is 2x minus 3 squared, x plus 2. So the last part of the question says, hence find the values of x for which p of x is equal to x plus 2. So that means that we have 2x minus 3 squared, x plus 2 is equal to x plus 2. And remember that this is 1 x plus 2. Now you can't just cancel the x plus 2 off of each side because of the possibility that x plus 2 might be 0. So we have x plus 2 equals 0, or then we can cancel it. So we've got 2x minus 3 squared equals 1 if we cancel the x plus 2 off. So this one gives me x equals negative 2, so that's certainly one of our answers. For this squared to be equal to 1, that means that 2x minus 3 could be 1, or 2x minus 3 could be negative 1. So this one would give me 2x equals 4, so x equals 2. And this one would give me 2x equals 2, and therefore x equals 1.